Hello, hello. You can hear me? Okay. Put a one in the chat if you can hear me, please. Oh, I guess I can just move stuff around on my screen and see how long the delay is. It's not much better though. Oh, I don't know. Um, I seen a post. Hey, AC. Um, if I turn my mic down, I need to turn. I don't know why it's not playing through my headphones. Mm-mm. They're gonna hear an echo. Why is it fucking doing that now? It wasn't doing that before. I don't know either. God damn it. Is it echoing for you guys? I mean, I guess I can ignore it, but it's always something, man. Okay, y'all aren't hearing an echo. Okay, let me test it now. Maybe I'm hearing it through my phone even though the volume's down. I don't know. That's entirely possible. No, because I wouldn't hear it from that far away. I think it's gone. Okay, Richard Cheese for the win. Um, so I do want to, I do want to just be petty for a minute if I can. Um, there was something that kind of it didn't set me off or anything, but I'm really like I don't know. Do people do creators on YouTube, whatever you want to call them? I mean, do they really owe us as subscribers or just people in general? Do they owe us anything? Do they owe us any explanation as to why they do the things they do or say the things they say? Yeah, that's true. That's true. I mean, what if they're talking about you though? Well, what if they're trying to talk a bunch of shit about you or, like involve you in something? Yeah, that's true. You could do that. Yeah. What if you tell them to fuck off and they keep on and keep on and keep on and you become dissatisfied with that? Mm-mm. Mm-mm. Mm.
You're gonna accidentally bump into a monkey.
I believe.
Where is
You're gonna
this?
accidentally.
I believe.
Jesus.
You're gonna accidentally bump into.
Fucking Christ, man. Where the fuck is this motherfucker's channel? I'm about to get frustrated with this shit.
You're playing stuff.
I know it. And I'm not even meaning to. I'm trying to go to a channel. It's like all of a sudden I woke up from my nap today and I'm retarded. I'm looking.
I say no. They don't notice anything, and if you don't like them, don't listen.
What did Raven say?
Come on, baby. She said, how you take it is on your own choice. You just don't listen.
Yeah. Yeah, I don't think they necessarily owe an explanation either. But if that's the case, then what's the point of calling people out?
I do it if I feel like it.
I cannot find this motherfucker's channel. This is the most fucked up. What in the fuck? Wow. Has anyone at YouTube ever heard of alphabetization? Like, what the hell, dude?
Why don't we just use the speaker from the laptop? It usually does better. And then we can.
Is the audio still bad?
It's just annoying to hear you seconds later in my ears.
Well, I can't help that right now, baby. But I also can't find this channel. Oh, here it is. It's like in this teeny tiny writing. Good Lord. I'm a boomer. You know it. Alright, let me pull this back up.
Okay, talk. Need to talk.
So how was everyone's day? Hopefully it was good. I had an okay day. It wasn't near as hot as it has been. That was nice. I also went to the Army Navy store, and I bought some real long johns that actually work, you know, like the way they used to make them. Not these thin, breathable, I don't know, crap that they make nowadays that does not work in cold weather. It was great. The guy goes, he kind of looked at me and he looked at the long johns and he, oh, why is that not showing? I had all this shit down last weekend and now.
You lost the cat?
I took the cat down. Yes, I wish to remove that. Well, I thought it was window capture. Huh. Well, what the fucking hell, man? Alright, well, you know what? I may just shut all this down because now I'm fucking frustrated and I'm sorry I dragged y'all here and nothing's working this weekend like it was working perfectly last weekend. Jesus Christ. Wow.
You saw it drop my foot.
No. Oh, well, yeah, I mean, what the fucking hell, dude? Like, all I had to do was pull up my.
I tell you, if you use the speakers in the laptop,
This doesn't have anything to do with audio. You're frustrating the shit out of me with this. I mean, I'm not reading the chat. I'm dealing with video stuff, not audio stuff. So if there's audio shit going on, I don't know nothing about it yet. That's why I'm getting frustrated with it, because I'm ready to just shut it down. I didn't realize we were still having audio issues. I thought we were just going to deal with the delay. The delay is still, is that the problem? So I didn't know about that. Let's see what's wrong. Everything's wrong. It's nothing's working. This is frustrating. Well, that ain't it. Hi. Let me see. I don't know why. Maybe it was media source. Nope, not media source. Well, I don't know. Like literally when I installed OBS last week, it was like I had Windows open. Okay, name this window. Maybe this is it. I don't know. I didn't have to do this last week. Window 1. Will that help? Play it. No, it doesn't help. Oh, there it is. So I guess I had to name it. I don't know. Audio is perfect. So what problems was she bringing up? What problems what did we have? Because I don't know. I have to go back in the chat and check. But anyways, what I wanted to talk about was this right here. And this delay sucks. I really wish I could fix this delay. Sounds good. No audio issues or delay now. I don't know. There's some kind of... I think the delay is still there. But, oh well. The sissy wimps over on Real Dick Cheese and their new shit show co-host, Roz Delusion, shit talkers, are yous the one who blocked me because they can't take trolling back for their trolling, as Bichard Cheese makes the following comments for the record book. And I guess he's referring to this right here. It's not cool to troll someone that doesn't know they are being trolled, and makes her want to smack her pussy. Now, Abe, I guess you're calling all of us sissy wimps, and Richard Cheese a sissy wimp because you got blocked over there. And I don't know, man. I could be wrong, but Raw Solution doesn't have a wrench over there. So you're asking a guy that doesn't have a wrench over there if he's the one that blocked you. How would he know who blocked you? He doesn't have a wrench over there, first and foremost. But the reason I was asking those questions earlier was I do have a curiosity as to what Abe, like, I'd like to hear it out of his mouth. I mean, what his goal on YouTube is, and going to all of these communities and talking all of this shit. Yeah, I know, Richard. I know it was a joke about when Crafty smacked her cat. It had nothing to do with him. It's weird. It's almost like as an outsider looking in, it's almost as if to me that Abe is going about getting attention the exact same way that Rebel does. Again, I could be completely way off base here and wrong about that. I don't know. But that's the way it looks. I mean, I've been kind of in and out all day on most of these streams, and I haven't heard Abe other than the title of Sam Hill's live earlier that Abe was going to get talked about. I haven't heard or seen anybody say anything about Abe. Let's see. Well, that explains where that came from. Yes, Lady Witch Crafty gets a little smacky when it comes to her cat. Just for the record, I am not a fan of smacking animals. I don't believe it does anything other than possibly make you feel better in a heated moment, but it does not do any good. It does not help the animal, and really and truly, it doesn't actually help you. If you are a cat or a dog or a lizard or a whatever the fuck smacker, it doesn't actually do any good. So, talking about how Rebel was being rude to Crafty by trolling her when she doesn't realize that it is a troll. I mean, I would agree with that. I think that he also, I think she tries to troll him too. But that's why I put in the chat that loneliness and mental illness don't mix well, because really the only reason she's up there, in my opinion, is because of the two. And once again, just like everything else with Rebel, he's doing his best to take advantage of it for whatever reasons that he has, probably because of loneliness and mental illness as well. But it doesn't look very good. But Abe, I guess the consensus is you really don't owe an explanation for anything, but you seem to have this real issue and problem with anybody who asks you what it is that you're trying to accomplish or what you're trying to do. And if anybody points out that you seem to take things way overboard and way too personally, um, you double down even more and get even more reclusive as to like your motives for being here. I mean, we were pointing out on Lady Di's channel the other night, like all the things you could be going live and talking about. But you went in last night and then just made it all about you and being called a fake cop. I mean, and then you're calling everybody over on Richard Cheese's channel a wimp. Uh, you're saying that Raw Solution is delusional. Um, well, he's not the one making crazy ass accusations that people are blocking him, especially when they don't have a fucking wrench. I mean, that seems a little bit delusional to me, but whatever. And then, back to the whole explanation thing as to what creators are doing or not doing. I mean, if you get blocked out of a place, I mean, does that creator really owe you a reason as to why you either A, got blocked or B, remain blocked? I mean, that's really my question, I mean, if Richard Cheese decides to block me out of his chat tonight or tomorrow, then I'll be like, well, fuck, I don't know why he did that, but I mean, I'm not gonna make a big deal out of it. I'll just move on and go somewhere else or whatever. But I mean, he doesn't necessarily owe me an explanation. I don't think. Um, but I just the constant community posts, and saying that you can handle all this trolling and all of this stuff, and it's no problem if people talk shit to you and blah blah blah, and then you go make posts like this calling everybody a sissy wimp. I mean, some of us that go over there to chat because the dickhead that we want to talk shit to's face won't let us chat to his face because he's a fucking coward, go over there to chat, right? So does that make us all sissy wimps over there on Richard Cheese's channel? I don't know, man. You know, just to me, it seems a little hypocritical, and it seems kind of like you are being a sissy wimp and can't take it. But I don't know, man. I could be wrong. You know. I could be wrong. But yeah, that was really all I wanted to come live about. Sorry I fucked it all up with OBS. I thought I had it running good last week, but apparently I don't. And like Voodoo said, I shouldn't have just gone live. But I have to take my opportunity, or Richard Cheese will block me. No, I'm just kidding. Yeah, I saw that Rebel had ended and Richard got off, and I don't want to violate the cock. But yeah, man, I think that's all kind of a crock of shit, you know. You may not like being blocked. I don't necessarily like being blocked, but I just don't think that it's gonna become the cornerstone of my YouTube existence. You know, I'm not gonna lament it every single day. You know, I mean, I don't know, man. That's why I posted on your channel the other day how beautiful of a day it was outside, because it's like, wow, you've been on all night. You've been making posts all morning. Have you gone out and seen the sunshine? And don't even get me started on the resemblance that you have. You could literally be one of Rick Crude's sons. Seriously, man. Like, I'm wondering. I'm starting to wonder if he may be your father and you are trolling him so hard because he may be your long lost daddy. But yeah, no, I just wanted to come on and talk a little shit and point that out and say that I don't believe that everybody on Richard Cheese's channel is a sissy wimp. I don't really think that anybody on Richard Cheese's channel is a sissy wimp, to be honest with you. I think most of the people that I've chatted with in there and seen other places are pretty much spot on in their assertions and assessments on things as they unfold and play themselves out in this quote unquote community. But, you know, I guess if I was being blocked for being a tryhard, you know, I might feel differently about that. So, I don't know. Can you guys hear me okay? Is everything going good? Again, this chat and channel does not support smacking cats. That is not good. They learn absolutely nothing from it other than you're kind of an asshole. And they will probably treat you as such by doing things like peeing on things that you value and pooping in things that you wear on your feet to for when you leave your domicile. Cats are petty like that, very petty. But they don't like being smacked around either. So, you know, it's kind of like deservedly so. All right, well, good. Good. So, let me see if... let's see here. So Voodoo was asking about the first thumbnail. And hey, Jessica. I have not found that belly rubs work for cats. Okay, it's working. So Voodoo Queen was asking about the sneaky snake guy. This is the sneaky snake guy.
Snake, because I'm a snake. Slithering in your garden, catching me a mouse. Snake. I'm a snake. Look into my eyes, Jungle Book. Look into my Mowgli, look in my eyes. I'm a slithery hypnotist snake. I'm hypnotizing the Indian boys, so you can, I don't know, turn on that panther. Join the snake, because I'm a snake. I'm a slither. Look at my tongue. Cause I'm a snake. I'm a slither snake.
Hang on. That guy has a name?
I'm a hiss. I'm a snake. I'm a slither little snake. I'm a slither little snake. I'm like slither, 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 slither. I'm like anaconda. I'm like anaconda. I'm gonna swallow Jennifer Lopez. Hey, Jennifer Lopez. Ah. Hey, Ice Cube. Ah. I swallowed you whole. That's why you ain't got no careers no more. You still got that ass though. Cause I'm a snake. I don't digest the ass. Hypnotizing J-Lo saying, don't make no more stupid movies. Don't make Genie 2. Cause I'm a snake. I'm a slithery little snake. I'm a snake.
uh so yeah, that's the that I've had this vision in my head for a while now about Rebel. He reminds me of the kid in the neighborhood. Like maybe some of us older people when we were children can remember having tree houses, or there was a neighborhood kid that had a tree house, and there might have been a group of friends or whatever that all got kicked out of that kid's treehouse because he was the big bad motherfucker on the block that had the treehouse. And that kid would sit up in that treehouse and lament about how he was better than everybody else, and there were no trolls allowed. And I just picture Rebel as Tom T. Hall, just in his room, never leaves, never does anything, ever, the whole world is against him, but he's basically doing Tom T. Hall, he's a slithery snake, you know. That's what he's doing. That's what he is. That's what he's become. I mean, that's it. That's his life, you know. Yeah, had a tree house and managed to fall out and break your arm. Yeah. I never did anything like that, but I don't even think I was ever really banned from a treehouse, but that's the way it seems to me. Just a lonely kid with no friends and like Nerd just pointed out, doesn't even have a girl to come over and hang out in the treehouse and possibly get to first base with. Rebel is the one who looks at himself in the mirror and talks himself up into believing he's something special. I don't know, man. I think he hates himself. I really do. I think uh, I think he hates himself. He's resentful at himself, and he's at his wit's end. What was it he said earlier? He is mentally and emotionally at the point of no return, and he knows that for himself. Um, you know, it's funny because he was looking it up on Google earlier, and the three definitions he came up with on Google describe him exactly to a T. Of course, he ignored that and tried to apply it to someone or something else, but no, it was all him. Straight up, it was him. Hey, Glenn, how you doing, man? Glenn, if I knew how, I guess I could pull StreamYard up if anybody wanted to come up. Uh, I don't know how to do that. I mean, I guess I could just. How do I do that, Richard? Uh, Let me see. Probably just pull StreamYard up. Oops. Let's see. StreamYard. But I don't want to create a recording. It's probably something I have to set up. I don't know. I'll have to practice. Doing good, Glenn. Doing good. Thanks for asking, brother. Please keep saying that they are around. People keep saying that, but they're still around. Yeah. I hope everything's going good with you, Glenn. I hope you're enjoying the cooler weather. It got a little hot here today for a couple hours this afternoon, but then it cooled off. Oh, and it's so much nicer. It's so good to like feel kind of an inkling of fall in the air. Um, I'm so over this heat. I'm ready for it to be done with, but I looked at the forecast um, this morning, and apparently we're still dealing with temperatures in the 100s next week, and I'm like, oh God. The last couple of years, Voodoo's made a couple of signs for the house. I can't remember if she's done a summer one, but she did one for winter, and it says, "Winter, please fuck off," and our names, and hung it in the laundry room. And I see it when I pass through there, and I always kind of smile because it's like sometimes we'll be sitting out here and we're just like, "Oh my God, we've been dealing with this for however many months, and we're so fucking sick of it. It seems so extreme." Um, let's see. Yes, sir. I am glad it is not in the hundreds. Yeah, man, it's awful. It's fucking awful. Sick of that heat. All the rest of our peeps up north, like Lady Witch, is probably like, heat. What the hell are you talking about? And Raven and some of the other people up north, they've got they don't have the sun like baking them to death. I don't think they do anyway. I've got to get back at her here. Nice meeting y'all. To the ones I don't know and the ones I do, it's great catching up finally. Yeah, Raven, thank you for coming by. You know we love you and we miss you. Um, I don't know what Mother Nature is baking, but I'm pretty sure it's done. Yes, Lady Witch, it is done. It's done. It's had enough. It's burnt, even. Oh, y'all got up to 92. Well, then that's not too bad. Look, that's not 110, 115. So, you know, 30C, way too hot for me. Yeah. What is 30C? That's like probably like 90 or something in normal temperature terms. I hate Celsius. Well, I don't hate it. I just wish nobody used it. Let's see. Glenn said it's going to be getting to 95. Yeah, it's been getting 105. I remember growing up in Wichita Falls seeing 118. Oh, yeah. Yeah. And where Voodoo Queen is from, you add that humidity, the constant humidity that just doesn't. Well, her and Glenn are from the same state, so Glenn knows, and Lady Witch knows. Uh, it's like an oven with a thunderstorm inside of it that won't rain. I guess best way I could explain it. It's terrible. It's terrible. Jessica S says we got up to 88 today. All right, Raven, take care. Take care. Yeah, no thanks on that cold. Yeah, Randy says my dad was raised in Louisiana. Well, you might have heard a lot of uh, "Don't be complaining about the weather." I get a lot of that from Voodoo Queen, but then she complains about the weather. But it is hot. When I remember Texas, I remember my jelly sandals melting on the sidewalk. Yeah. Glenn said the highest they got was the 115. Yeah. Yeah. We hit that a couple of times this year, Glenn, here in Dallas. And, compared to other parts of the country, I haven't been too terribly far north, but I've been, like, the furthest north I've been, I think, was like Cincinnati, Ohio, when I was a teeny tiny little kid. And I've been everywhere east and west. Um, and I've been to Mexico. Um, it seems to me like, like up around like northern Oklahoma and Kansas, Missouri, around there, it can get hot. And even like North and South Carolina and Virginia are the same way. Like they can get pretty hot, but it's at night. You can have warm summer nights, but it ain't like summer here, man. It's getting up to 110, 115 during the day, and then it's only getting down to like 95, 97, 98 at night. And it's just like it doesn't shut off. You just don't get a break. And it, like when I was up in Kansas City for a while, we had a few 100-degree days, but the 100 degrees only lasted for like an hour and a half. And then it was back down in the low mid 70s or possibly even the upper 60s at night. And it's like, I mean, that's tolerable. This shit where you go weeks on end with no break, it starts to wear on you after a while. It makes me want to complain and bitch about things. Yeah, Glenn, you guys got the humidity there. Yeah. Yeah. Green Eyes said, same here. Get in a car with leather seats. In the summer, burnt bottom, seatbelt like a branding iron. Yeah, for sure. For sure. Oh, it gets so hot here you can't even. I mean, you have to have something on your feet. You can't walk out, at 4 o'clock in the afternoon and just walk to the mailbox barefooted. Even the grass, like even the yard itself, the dirt and the grass is so fucking hot. It may not burn your feet like the sidewalk will, but it's hot enough to where you're like, my God, I gotta have something on my feet to protect them. It's ridiculous. Jessica S. What is a PWN or PNW girl? We're not supposed to use the. We're not used to the high heat we've had this summer. I don't know what PNW is. You'll have to put that in the chat. Lady Witch says she has wanted to move to northern Louisiana, but the humidity kills me. Unless she means New Orleans, Louisiana. I think she means New Orleans. Oh yeah, Randy. The dog brought one of those in last night and somehow managed to drop it off on the floor right in front of the door, and I stepped on that son of a bitch. And I was like, God, dog. Yeah. But I'd almost rather it happen out here because I'm sort of, when you're like not in the house, you're not expecting, when you're not in the house, you're kind of expecting that to like maybe step on something sharp or whatever. Anyway, if she'd have dropped it off in the house, it probably would have been way worse. So, or if I'd have gone to pet her or Voodoo gone to pet her and rubbed our face on her or something, got stuck in the eye. No, anyways, you guys, I was just curious as to how, y'all felt about people making posts like that. And, when you see somebody running around for months and months and months and months on end, constantly talking that kind of shit and not really saying what their motive is or what their problem is or what their vendetta is. I mean, I get that the dude is butthurt over being called a fake cop. Um, I've been called all kinds of things on the internet, but I it's been many, many, many years I made it appear online as if I was losing my mind over it. Um, but so I was just curious how you guys felt about that shit. Because like I said, I don't feel like the people in Richard Cheese's chat are a bunch of sissy wimps. Um, you got banned and blocked for a reason, and I have no idea what that reason is. Uh, I suspect it might have been because you try a little too hard, and one of the mods, or Richard Cheese himself, just got tired of you stinking up his chat. I don't know. I mean, that's usually how it goes. Uh, so I'm not saying you're not entitled to defend yourself or have the right of rebuttal, or don't have the right of rebuttal or anything like that, but it's like people have been trying to tell you for the past few weeks or months over and over and over again. You keep coming in with the same attitude and the same agenda that seems very apparent to everyone, yet you deny it, and you keep saying you'll do all of this stuff on your own channel. You don't have to do this on other people's channels, but yet you seem to be holding certain channel owners hostage for whatever reason. And I think that's strange behavior, you know. Um, but to each their own, I guess. Let's see. Glenn says, bedtime clown. What? Wait, what? That what? Lady Men now, New Orleans, Louisiana. Yeah, New Orleans. People like that need to check their man card. Yeah, yeah. And see if somebody will, submit to a paternity test and a DNA test. Uh, you might be shocked. I'm telling you, y'all have you look like you could be Rick Crude's son, dude. Like there's certain angles of your face. I was like, holy shit, that could be like that could be the cause of all of this. Like daddy's not acknowledging you or whatever. Be a lot like if we found out that another YouTuber was Rebel's daddy, and Rebel was constantly nipping at his heels without saying that he knew that he was his father, but he won't give him the attention that he wants. He said, I meant New Orleans. Yes, yes, yes. You have to forgive me. I'm from Dallas, and us people from Dallas can tend to be kind of assholes and stupid at times. So I owe Voodoo an apology for earlier. I wasn't. I was an asshole, thinking that these were audio issues, and apparently we were having some other issues. I'm not sure. I'll work it out in a minute. But yes, Richard Cheese is cool. I ain't got no problems with Richard Cheese, and I don't think he's a sissy wimp just because, a certain person is blocked in his chat. I mean, look at STL. People block him out of chats just because they know it bothers him so much. I don't necessarily have any issues with STL, but now that I know that it bothers him that he's blocked in my channel, he'll probably remain that way, just for the fuck of it. Because, like I said, I'm petty. But that's kind of why I was asking what I was asking about Abe. If Abe's just being petty, why don't you just say you're just being petty? That's kind of where I was going with all of that. But unless it's, it's should go without saying, but I don't think that it does. Huh? Thirsty blowhard. Yeah. That's a lot of people's opinion. Um, a very thirsty blowhard. He is not blocked here. He can come in and, say whatever he's got to say. But, yeah, no, I was just curious. Hey, nobody claiming to be the father of that atrocity. No, that is true, Lady Witch. Even his own real father, as someone aptly said the other day, was like, here's some money to take him back to America with you when his mother took him to Greece to meet his father. That probably is exactly how that went, sadly. But, if you know anything about his mother, I mean, fuck the motherfucker. The motherfucker probably hid behind some columns or some ruins of some types just to avoid being anywhere near her, which is unfortunate. But shit happens. Look at Rebel. Well, I don't really have anything else to talk about other than go Tigers. They play tomorrow night at 6:30 on some TV channel. Hopefully it will be a good game. Voodoo Queen says they are going to mop the floor with, who are they playing? The Seminoles?
Yeah, Florida State.
Yeah, Florida State. I hope she is right. And I won't even mention the sorry-ass Dallas Cowboys. Hello, Naughty Audie. Hello, how are you? I am not sure. Did you DM Rebel to make sure that it's okay that you show up here? Just showing up here indicates that you are supporting me. I think he means supporting monetarily, even though you have no idea what my Cash App is. I have never asked for money. I appreciate the hello, but I don't want you to end up on a list and possibly have to do federal prison time for just saying hello. Go Seahawks. Somebody ban that woman. No, I'm just kidding. Yeah, be interesting to see if the Seahawks can pull it together this year. Once again, without Russell Wilson. Sometimes I tend to doubt whether or not, it's the quarterback that's the problem. Case in point, Dallas Cowboys. But, please don't. My hubby is a Cowboys fan, and I get to hear all about it. Honestly, Lady Witch, I don't know why, because he should be used to Jerry's plan by now. Jerry's plan is 8 and skate. There is more money in remaining mediocre than there is actually trying to win a Super Bowl. He's already got 3 rings. He doesn't need any more. Did somebody show Glenn's comment? Okay, because it for some reason it's still showing show or hide on mine. It's not showing up. I don't give a rat's ass what Connie says about me. Connie knows I go at him. Yeah, fuck him, man. The owner is the problem. Yes, Randy, the owner is definitely the problem. And no matter how much the media says it, I mean, there's been several owners, in the NFL that have, kind of been like that over the years. And I mean, he's the owner. It's his team. Fuck what you want. Well, I think Jerry's probably been the most transparent in that nature. He doesn't say it, but his actions over the years to me say otherwise. Oh Lord, Rebel already has me on a list and thinks I am part of some cabal. Yes, Naughty Audie, you yeah, he's got you on that list. He's got all of us on that list. We are all in big, big trouble.
You can take that list and shut up.
According to him. Randy says he started watching Dallas from the start of the franchise. Yeah. it's always kind of been a it's always kind of been a sob story up until Jimmy and Troy, really. I mean, Landry had a couple of good, runs at it, but the rest of it was just misery and pain. Um, but there's always this season, I suppose. I don't know if I'll watch much of it this year. Um, I think if they should be playing on Thanksgiving. I haven't looked at the schedule, so I don't know. But Voodoo and I will celebrate a small little Thanksgiving, and if we're not asleep by the time the game comes on, then if it's an afternoon game, I'll probably have it on Hulu or whatever on the laptop and be watching it while we're eating or preparing food or whatever it is that we're doing. But I really just don't anticipate me watching much Cowboys football this year. I don't know, man. The older I get, just I'm just less and less interested. Um, let's see. What did Glenn say? Pueblo Dill.
People don't like.
Oh, people don't like Cowboys. They beat the Buffalo Bills back to back. Yeah, yeah. Screw Buffalo, man. Mhm. I watched last year a total of 3 NFL games. Yeah, Randy, I didn't watch much either. I didn't watch much either. I watched way more LSU football than I did NFL for sure. Cowboys play. Yeah, well, they play on Thanksgiving Day every year. I just don't know if it's going to be a day game or a night game. Usually, especially now, um, usually by the time it gets around to the night game, I'm so tired. I just don't even care. I'll literally put it on just to fall asleep to it. I mean, Jerry's literally as a fan, he has groomed me to not get excited when they're winning. So even if they're, however many games into the season that is, even if they're 8-2 or 9-1 or whatever, however many games that is, if it's a blowout for the Cowboys on that day, I still won't be getting excited and all ramped up and revved up because I'd be in the back of my mind. Well, playoffs are right around the corner. Everybody else has played so much better in their respective divisions that we're going to end up being the wild card any fucking ways, and we're going to lose either on wild card weekend or we're going to lose in the first fucking round. And then sure shit, every single time, that's basically what happens. Or we don't make it at all. We lose out the rest of the season. And the Cowboys just basically melt down and implode. And, you know, I I am by no means a football coach and know all the ins and outs of the games, but I'm telling you, when your preseason record is and whatever the Cowboys preseason record is for like the last 25 years, and you're not winning even a fucking preseason game, and I understand what people feel about preseason, okay? But you got to start somewhere. You have got to start somewhere. Not winning a preseason game and the way they explain it away in press conferences and all that kind of shit. It's your second string, it's your third string. I get all of that. But if you don't have a winning attitude and culture out the fucking gate, none of it means anything. I don't give a shit if you're talking about a football game or you're talking about your next day at fucking work. It's all for naught. It doesn't fucking matter. So, you know, they talk about culture with the Cowboys. In my opinion, Cowboys culture sucks. All them cars and all that money and all them drugs and all them girls and all them weapons charges and all them fucking drive-by shootings and throwing your girlfriend down on a bed of guns and prostitutes on the fucking bus and all that kind of shit. None of that really fucking matters. It doesn't matter if you're winning Super Bowls or not. The only thing it all boils down to me, is how shitty your fucking non-winning ass culture is. You know, so fuck the Cowboys, I say. Fuck Jerry and fuck the Cowboys. Okay, I'm off my Cowboys soapbox. Look, I started dogging on the Cowboys and I dropped like 10 viewers. Fuck them. Uh, Not the viewers, the Cowboys, I mean. Somebody else must have gone live or something. Yeah, that's it. That's the ticket. Yeah, the 80s, the Houston Oilers were worse. Yeah, the Oilers were bad, and I'm not going to say anything about the Lions for obvious reasons. we, we have a Lions, well, maybe not a fan, but I am not going to dog their city. Um, but yeah, the Lions were pretty bad there. Well, the hell, the uh, the damn it, now I lost my train of thought. The Patriots were bad for a long time, for many years, but yes, Jessica S, I appreciate you being here. And Naughty Audie, if you're still here and listening, I appreciate you coming in. I hope you know I was just bullshitting around. I know she does. Um, but yeah, no, I appreciate y'all being here. No worries. I just wanted to go on my little soapbox about Abe and his fuckery, you know. He just doesn't even come off as like the type of guy that can just be one of the guys, you know, and participate. It's just all about him and getting called a fake cop, you know. And I mean, I know Di doesn't like being called a fake cop, but you know, something about Di is that, you know, it's Rick Crude, it's two people on the internet going back and forth at each other and talking shit about each other. And I'm not certain that Lady Di really takes this shit as seriously as say Abe does. Um, I could be wrong. I don't want to you know, speak for her, speak out of turn, but you know, she likes to give it just as hard as she gets it, and in my opinion. But you know, like I said, some of the shit that I've seen Abe do, say, and post, it's just like, dude, I mean, I guess don't you don't really want to get along with anybody on here. And you know, I don't know too much about the people that he chooses to side with, other than what other people have said. Um, you know, like some of those people of ill repute and questionable character. It does seem odd that he seems to gravitate towards those people, but you know, whatever. I don't know, man. Just don't be running around calling people sissy wimps when clearly they're not sissy wimps. You know, the longest time, Cowboys, 49ers, Green Bay, then top three teams. Yeah, yeah, and San Francisco seems to be, you know, making a comeback. I can tell you, if the Cowboys had San Francisco's record over the last 5 years, I don't think I'd be talking the shit I'm talking about them. I can tell you that. Um, Same with Green Bay. I mean, you know, I didn't. I do not like Mike McCarthy as a coach. Personally, he's our head coach now. Um, I hate to say it, but I do think that Aaron Rodgers was running that offense 100%. Um, and now Mike McCarthy is getting exposed for basically being the spineless jellyfish that he is. Um, and of course, Cowboys fans have to suffer for it. So, you know, whatever. I can't stand Aaron Rodgers either. I think he's a really smug asshole. But He's good at what he does. Can't take that away from him. I'll say it for you, clown. Yeah, Lady Witch, I didn't want to. I didn't want to dog him. Didn't want to dog him. But well, anyways, yeah, y'all, I'll get some of this OBS shit figured out eventually. I'll figure out how to get StreamYard going with it and add a panel. I just jumped into it tonight. Voodoo was right. I shouldn't have just jumped into it like I did, but I really just wanted to show that community post and call it out for what it is, which is, bullshit that doesn't really matter. I mean, I don't know. But and to show Voodoo the sneaky snake guy. What did you think about him, by the way?
He gave me the fucking creeps. I want to punch him in the face.
Did y'all hear what she said? She said
I've never seen it before.
she had never seen that before, and she said the motherfucker gave her the creeps and she wanted to punch him in the fucking face. Let's see, practice makes perfect and stuff. Yeah, I suppose. Glenn said, hello, he's not gonna be there too long.
Talking about Mike McCarthy.
Yeah. Oh no, yeah. Um, you know, Glenn, I want to say in a way Mike McCarthy's not getting a fair shake because this is Dak's 7th or 8th season with the Cowboys, and there's still a question as to whether or not Dak is the guy. Um, over half a decade and you haven't answered that question? I mean, come on, man. You know, I just yeah, so in my opinion, which is worth almost nothing, right? But you know, Mike McCarthy is not necessarily getting a fair shake here because Dak is Dak. He's got he may have a higher football IQ than he did when he started, but I can't say that it's much better now than it was when he started. Just for this, let's just take something simple and topical. How are you going to sit there before the preseason during OTAs and tell the media that you promise you're going to throw less interceptions this season? How are you going? Really? I mean, uh, okay. I mean, I don't know. Let's see. What are they talking about? What are y'all talking about? The hat.
Which wants a hat? She
What?
wants a creepy
Oh, the snake hat. The snake hat. Hey, Robert Redmond. How are you doing, man? Yeah, the snake hat. But yeah, man, I mean, like I said, you've got an idiot. I don't think I ever heard um, Tom Brady or Aaron Rodgers promise that they were going to throw less interceptions. I mean, they might have said something to the effect of like they're going to try to throw less interceptions or something, but yeah. And that's just the basic just I don't know, man. If the excuse is acceptable that well people say stupid shit and that's not a reflection on his play, well then to that I say I don't want players on my team that say stupid shit. How about that? I mean, I don't know. That's just me. But after you say that, you hand out the weed. Right. Randy. Yeah, yeah. Let's see. Is anybody even doing anything worth like taking a look at? Let's see. Do
Little monkey bingo.
huh?
Little monkey bingo.
Little monkey?
Little fairy bingo.
I don't know. Let me see. I'm on all these weird ass screens that I'm not used to seeing, like uh, when I'm live for whatever reason. Why don't you just hang on? Let me just shut this down and go to fucking regular old. There we go. Good lord. Subscriptions. Let's see. Queen Bee's live. Ambient Alcohol's live. Lady Di's live. Vegas Valley's live. Junkie Roast Marathon. That's the title of their live. Oh, Rebels got a live scheduled for 9:45 p.m. Here, since I can't, since I want everybody to see this. Oh, wait, let me make sure it comes up first, since there's a fucking delay. Hang on, let me see if it'll. I have to give it a little bit to see if it'll come up. I want everybody in here because I know Rebels in here too watching. What? Sneaky Snake? He went viral. He went viral like 12, 13, 14 years ago. Maybe even longer than that. Yeah. Yeah, like 2010 or something.
I do not send content to my feed.
No, I hung out on Craigslist for years. Look, Craigslist was like the bottom of the barrel before Reddit, before, you know, YouTube, before any of that. I mean, I think like we had Photo Bucket that we could get photos and they didn't even have video back then. It was just photos. They had Photo Bucket, and I think MySpace was just starting up. Anyways, yeah, so on Craigslist, we used to get all the good shit first before any of the other platforms got it because it was like a sewer of rotten, low down, dirty people that like to talk shit about people on the internet. Yeah, he went viral back then.
The worst thing I have ever seen in my entire life was when I met Clown and he talked about Craigslist, and I just went on there to see what he was talking about, and I have a disgusting image burnt into my memory now. It makes me want to vomit.
Okay, so how the hell did I do that? All right, so I've got it pulled up. So I want to add a window capture. It's existing. Okay, there it is. Okay. Y'all should be able to see it here in a second.
What's icing?
I don't know. There it is. So there's Rebels. There's Rebels live that he's got planned. So I'm gonna go over here to I like this or I dislike this. This is my favorite thing. And I am going to dislike this. See that, Rebel? Dislike. I dislike this, buddy.
You're stalking.
I'm stalking him?
Yeah.
Oh. Okay. So, I sound really worried. So I can't chat in his chat because he has me blocked, but I'm going to do this anyways. Eat a gigantic bag of dicks. Oh, of course I misspelled gigantic. Let me fix that. You commie shill. That's right. I'm going to hit send. And there it is. Even though.
It posts for you?
No, I didn't post. Well, it looks like it did, right? But all I got to do is go back over here. And lo and behold, go to live chat. Bedtime Clown is being silenced. Silenced by the communist who doesn't believe in freedom of speech.
Hey, Ace.
Hey Ace, how you doing? This man is a liar. And I want his cop number. What is your cop number, sir? I want your badge number. You are going to lose your job for this.
I have a concussion even though I'm still talking.
I have a concussion. That's right, Tuscany. Silencing shill. Here, I'll type another one. There. This is tyranny at its worst.
Tell him, stick his finger, shove it up his ass.
And tickle his brain. Take his finger, shove it up his ass, and tickle his brain. Did I say hi to Ace? Hello, Ace. Voodoo Queen said hi. I don't know if you guys can hear her or not. Hopefully you can. Watch his like thumb go away. Oh, somebody liked it. Look. Hey, which one of y'all did that?
That was terrible. That's one of his screenshots.
Oh, you think he did that himself? That's another thing. Okay, that's another thing. Hey, bro. Okay, I'm gonna try to help you out a little bit here, man. Okay. When you make all your posts, like you make like 5 or 6 of them in like a 12-hour period or whatever, and you only get 1 thumbs up per post, it really, 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 really looks like you are the one thumbs upping your only, thumbs up on your post. And it doesn't help that you heart your own comments on your channel. Just so you know, you're not supposed to heart your own comments. It should go, oh, the drop back down to 0. It was a mistake. Oh, Dave did it. See, I told you it was one of these jokers. They are always fucking around. But yeah, Abe, dude, just let things happen naturally. Stop trying to force it. You know what I mean? Like thumbs upping your own post is sort of like sticking your thumb up your own ass. You know?
Yeah. If it happens naturally, he is the little boy not allowed in the treehouse.
Yeah, that's true. That's true. I didn't think about that. Can you guys hear Voodoo at all? He really just likes what he has to say. Yeah, that's true. Well, like I was going to say a second ago, is that like it's kind of inferred that you love what you are saying because you are obviously taking the time to type it out and hit send, right? So you don't have to heart your own comment. It just Really, it makes you look like a retard when you do that. But or that you're so
Desperate.
yeah, well, desperate and you're like going through way too fast and stuff, and you're not so like the person on the other end of the post or your response or whatever, they when you're doing stuff like that, they know that they've kind of got you back on your heels. You know what I mean? Especially if they've like just cold cocked you with some words and then you turn around and respond and then heart your own comment. That's sort of a telltale sign that you're sort of scrambling for position and whatever else, you know. So, anyways, just trying to help you out with that, man. I would, if it were me, I would rather go with no thumbs up. You know, like my last community post, Control Alt Delete Laws was the only person that gave me a thumbs up. I don't know how many thumbs down I've got because I don't know how to check that, and I don't really care. I do think it's bullshit that YouTube took that away as a default, like see how many thumbs up or down. Because like on Craigslist, you can plus or you can give posts negative points, and I kind of like to have that balance there. But you know, I guess people are snowflakes and pussies on YouTube, and you had to take away the negative shit. So, hey, Dave, thank you for coming by, brother. I appreciate that. Um, we're never going to believe he accidentally fell on his own thumb. Yes, this is true. This is true. Oh, wait a minute. Are we unblocked? Randy just went and put a thumbs down in Rebel's chat. Um, let me see if I am unblocked. I don't know why he doesn't unblock me when I give him so much evidence of stalking and harassment. Where did it go? There it is. Let me see here. Open says me. Nope, I'm still blocked.
Mm.
That's unfortunate. That's unfortunate.
Lady Witch, did you see that the Beast of Burnley is back?
She came back?
Yeah.
They weren't even gone a day and she already came back?
Yeah.
Are you serious?
I'm dead serious.
What did she do? Did she do a community post or something?
I have no idea.
Oh, well, how do you know she's...
I see things through Sheila's channel
Oh, okay.
because I won't go to the other ones. I did go read the stupid post, you know, when they said they were leaving like yesterday.
Yeah.
Yeah. But she's done something already.
Curtis E. Flush, will you do me a favor and say hello to Rebel on behalf of Voodoo Queen and I, please? If you are listening. Curtis E. Flush might do that for us. I don't know. I am never in his chat. Well, you can't say that, Randy. You just posted in there. Posted a thumbs down. Oh, that's why you're not blocked. Got it. Got it. Gotcha. Understand.
I'm pretty sure I'm blocked.
I don't know.
I haven't tried.
Send him a few middle fingers and tell him to sit on them and spin.
I never watch hers. I just see the excerpts from Sheila or Dar or somebody. Let me see how much I get.
Oh, excuse me. I had to sneeze. I saw that her boyfriend had a new video, but I didn't watch it. Yeah, I didn't either. I didn't even see that he had a new video.
What channel is it?
Which channel? Martin?
No, Rebel.
Rebel. It is Rebel City. Watch. Glenn is going to do something in Rebel's chat. Thank you, Randy.
It's funny.
Oh, Curtis E. Flush is listening, and he says hello to Rebel from Bedtime Clown. Thank you, Curtis E. Flush. I have always liked that sock name. I think it's hilarious. These guys are and gals are very creative when it comes to sock names.
I don't think I'm going to be
Give him hell, honey. He deserves every bit of it.
Oh, they took it.
I don't see it. It hasn't come up here.
Or maybe it didn't.
No, you're blocked.
I'm blocked.
He has got Voodoo Queen blocked. How dare him? How dare him? Chester Hunter says in his chat, Bridgewater State Hospital, 90 days. Mm. Mm-mm-mm.
I would love that.
So do they still do state hospitals up there in Massachusetts? Because I thought they got rid of them throughout the country, no?
A lot of, I mean, Louisiana still has them.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
Texas, see, I don't. Well, I think Texas still has at least one or two.
I know they shut down the Bruno Springs Hospital, and then there's the big one in Jackson, and they turned that into a criminal mental hospital because I know a guy that the shrink over there.
Well, yeah, Texas has to still have them because Andrea Yates went to she went to a state mental hospital after she murdered her kids.
They can't they can't be rid of all of them because then they would not be serving the public.
Huh.
But they eliminated quite a few.
Yeah. Okay.
Dave says he has more. Thank you, Curtis.
Yes, thank you, Curtis. I appreciate that. Yeah, 90 days, man. That's that's a sentence.
Or a vacation.
Huh?
Or a vacation.
Or a vacation. Yeah, I don't know. I don't know how easily they can section somebody like that too. I know here in Texas they judges can order people like up in that hospital down the road or whatever that has that ward. Like judges can order people there for like weeks on end. I don't know what like the maximum is, if there's like a maximum that they can do that, but like they'll teleconference, the judge will teleconference with like a doctor somehow that can sign off on people basically being sectioned or 5150'd for, you know, I mean, if you're in there for weeks, you know, it's what would seem like an indefinite amount of time, right?
What is your life situation?
Yeah, exactly. I don't know, man. I don't know how all that's judged or whatever. Glenn says, bedtime clown, look at what he says in Connie's chat. Well, which chat? Well, has he got another chat going? Because if not, Glenn, you're blocked. He's not showing up.
I didn't show up either, huh?
Well, y'all can see it on the screen. Hang on, let me, I can do this. I can pop that out.
I'm one of the nicest bitches you will ever meet.
I know it. I can pop that out, and then I can add another window capture, add existing. That's it. Okay. And then what I can do is I can blow this up. So y'all can see what you're typing in his chat.
You see a little robot or something.
Can you see it better now? You should be able to see it better now. I mean, I can full screen it.
Oh, yeah.
Okay. Can I chat in there from here? No, I can't. I have to.
But even though I'm blocked, can he see? He can't see what I'm
No, he can't see anything we're typing because we're blocked. Lady Witch went in there and typed Voodoo Queen and Bedtime Clown send their regards, and it's a bunch of middle finger emojis.
Very good.
Thank you, Lady Witch. Lady Witch has avenged us, and she will soon die by the sword of Rebel's wrath by promptly getting blocked. But it may not be for another 62 minutes, which is hilarious. Yes, Glenn, you are blocked. Yeah, I can move the chat around. Oh, I didn't think to go back to OBS to see if it, because I moved it on my other
No,
screen.
it's big.
No, it's still there. Okay, we're
I can
good.
see which.
There we go. Yeah, that is hilarious. Thank you, Lady Witch. This is why we love Lady Witch. That's another thing, you know, Rebel thought that he was going to go into our other friend's channel and that little corner of YouTube, and he thought that he was going to talk a bunch of shit about a bunch of our friends.
Yeah.
And he doesn't realize, well, he's finding out now, but he didn't realize that
I told him we were
people
friends
like Lady Witch and Green Eyes and Wiccan and Bam and you know, some of the other ones in there, um, they're pretty vicious themselves when it comes to this kind of shit, and they will cut your stupid ass to fucking shreds. Um, especially if you're as thin-skinned as Connie is. So, you know, yeah, he's the little idiot. My lawyer is prepared for the incoming lawsuit. Yes, as is ours. As is ours. Of course, our lawyer is, you know, our lawyer is a little garden gnome out in the front yard.
I don't know what you're talking about. Mine has a degree from Harvard and Yale.
Oh, Harvard and Yale. Oh man, they're fucked. He is fucked.
I'm not kidding.
This friend doesn't talk, I bite. That's right. Green Eyes, fuck around and find out. You goddamn straight.
Look at her. She's like, no, thank you. I'm not playing.
Why don't she want to go outside? Baby, will you pour me another cup of coffee, please?
Yeah.
Thank you so much. I love you with all my heart.
Well, you know I was pissed off at you.
I know you were pissed off. I made her very angry earlier. That we are throwing lawsuits right back at you, Connie. That's right. Lawsuits galore. That would be a phenomenal interview to get, like, after his trial and all of that. Like, you know, I know they have attorney-client privilege, but that would be a really cool interview to get to talk to that guy about his client. See, Randy says, oh wait, Lynn says, someone go over there and tell Connie I say unblock me chicken shit. I don't think it's going to do any good, Glenn. Randy says, I'm lucky my son's a lawyer and his law school was Pepperdine. Nice. Very nice, Randy. Very nice. I bet Rebel thinks that Pepperdine is a type of bread that you get at the deli on the EBT card. I don't think Rebel understands there are things called countersuits. There's a whole lot of stuff, Jessica, that Rebel doesn't understand. A whole lot of stuff that he doesn't understand. I mean, I don't even know where to begin. Yeah, on my community post last night, I posted Charlie had 12 or 13,000 people in there watching him play video games, and you know, Charlie basically lives the life that Rebel wishes he could live. And it's unfortunate that he's so malicious and malevolent inside, deep down in his heart, that he can't be like Charlie, you know? Charlie was just playing video games. You know, Charlie smokes pot, probably. I don't know that for a fact, but he probably does. You know, Charlie probably actually does take care of his mom. You know, Charlie's probably got badass vehicles. Charlie probably collaborates and knows some pretty famous people, rappers and rock stars and things like that. He does have millions of followers. you know. But he doesn't strike me as the type of person who's just malevolent towards everything and everyone around him. And Connie is, for whatever reason. Thank you so much, sweetheart. Ow, that's fucking hot. Did it come out of the pot like that?
Yes.
Mm.
You want to put some of that in there?
Huh?
Do you want to put some of this ice water in there?
Yeah. Is it open?
Yes.
Thank you, sweetie. She's got a pretty fancy water jug that she drinks out of, and it's sometimes she drives a Mercedes, and I can't even drive her car. It's like, it's not because she doesn't let me. It's because I'm rudimentary. I'm too rudimentary for it. I get in it, and I'm like, how do I start it?
But every time I get in it, why is the AC on 62?
Well, that I can figure out real quick. I don't know if y'all can hear her or not. She said, why is it every time after you get in it, I get in it, and the air conditioner is set on 62? And I'm like, because I can figure that out real quick. Hey, Six Banger, how's it going, man? Let's see. Robert Redmond said, Randy, one of our kids is an attorney, graduated University of Minnesota, top honors. Nice. Dave said, when he has to look up point of no return, he is very limited. Yes, sir. Yes, sir, Dave. Lady Witch, I've been giggling at the Google CNP about defamation, but he sort of missed the quantification of what you must prove for defamation. Yes, like loss of income. And you got to have something to be defamed about. And it has to be not true. That's his biggest hurdle. Let's see. Are you talking about Penguin Zero? I don't think I spelled it right. Yes, Jessica S. That's who I was talking about. Sorry, I'm behind in chat, and there's a frickin' delay, so that's not helping at all. Which just is he's pulling shit out of his Polly Pocket ass. Yes. Hello, Six Manga. I don't know if I think I said hello. Oh yeah, good and you, bro. Yes, yes, sir. Very good here. Hope you're doing okay. Yes, Connie misses a lot. That is for sure. But yeah, it's unfortunate. I mean, with his what little bit of gift of gab he does have, or that he potentially could have had if he wasn't such a goofball, like when he was doing his politics show and all of that, you know, he might have actually could have gained a following. He might not have been as successful as Charlie, but
It is not that he's a goofball, in my opinion. It is that he is uneducated,
yeah,
unapproachable,
yeah,
unrealistic expectations of people,
yeah,
and you end up you just want to punch him in the face because I gave him every opportunity to be able to take care of himself, have a good job, and he wasn't fucking interested.
no. Well, you know, I mean, and you know, I told you that you know that's what was probably going to happen. And he, you know, I actually thought too for a while there that yeah, he may actually do something with this, but he didn't. He chose absolutely not to. So, funny thing about his political show was he never did the research from any of the stories.
Yeah.
Well, right. Why would he?
I truly think that he thinks he is so talented that he deserves everybody's money.
Mm.
What he fails to acknowledge is that he chooses to be on YouTube. You choose to make an ass out of yourself. You choose to alienate everybody. And so you get what you get.
Yeah, you get what you get. That's the way I feel about it. Hang on a second. Let's see. His upbringing fucked up his head. He could do something about it, but he refuses to. Okay. Yeah, I just wanted to make sure y'all could hear her. Because I have my headbuds in and I'm afraid to go back to the laptop microphone and audio because I'm afraid it'll fuck it up. I know that whatever's going on is not a permanent thing. Okay, so faint, but yes.
Oh,
Well, let me try
that
it.
is the
Let's.
sweetest thing I have heard anybody say about me in a long time. Nor has anybody ever said that about me.
Yeah, hang on a second. Let me see if this hurts or helps. Hopefully this doesn't go haywire. Okay, can you guys hear?
They should still be able to hear.
The mic is picking you up really well. If you tell them to from your voice to put a 1 in the chat, and then we'll know.
If y'all can hear me okay, put a 1 in the chat. We switched it. Yeah. Okay, thank you guys.
Okay, cool. It's not as long as it's not breaking up or anything.
No.
We were having trouble earlier.
I cannot do anything about my fucking nasally voice though, so don't start that shit.
Well, Glenn is a ladies' man.
Glenn is South Louisiana, right?
I don't know. I thought Glenn was in North Louisiana, but I could be wrong. I don't want him to dox himself if he doesn't want to say.
No, we don't want anybody to do that. Because we know there are little trolls listening that would actually go after your job, which is fucking unbelievable.
Mm-hmm. Yes, it is.
You worked your entire career to get where you are. And then some little pissant comes along and he gets his feelings hurt because of an imaginary perception of some slight. And then says that they're going to go after your job. And I still want to punch him in the face about that. I really do.
Well, I mean, you know.
Yes, Dave, you're very right.
Dude's a dick. And a piece of shit.
And I told you this the other day. After having time and having stepped away from him for several months, I do think about the times that he dragged people that absolutely didn't deserve it, said disgusting things about them. And I talked with him about that shit offline.
Mm-hmm.
But it's still, in some way, I have some guilt for befriending him while he was doing that shit.
Mm-hmm. Well, I mean, I think that for me, I was turning a blind eye to it. I wasn't co-signing it, but I would just leave.
Yeah.
When he was talking all of that shit, I would just go listen to something else. And sometimes I would be there for it, but I would go listen to something else. And the conversation that I had with Cindy on Cindy's channel last year about it, she was saying, you know, well, why don't you say something to him? Why don't you say something to him? And I was saying back to her, I was saying, well, it's not my responsibility. What can I really do to stop him from doing anything? He's thousands of miles away from me. It's not like I can't go to, you know, I can just show up at his door and grab him by his collar and make him stop.
Right.
So why should I bother? But the more and more I thought about that conversation, the more I felt like, you know, that, well, I was wrong in that too. Mm-hmm. Because I did feel like that what he was doing was bullshit the more that I thought about it. Just because I didn't know 99% of those people doesn't mean that...
we did not agree with it.
Right. Or that we did agree with. Right. And that really, that what that is that's, to me, that's unwarranted apathy. You know, I really couldn't, I really couldn't, quote unquote, you know, to quote, rest on my laurels on the fact that, well, it's just the internet and there's a bunch of other people that A, do this, and B, there's other fish in the sea. Like, I really don't fucking care that much. When the fact of the matter is that I do care.
Yeah.
You know, I don't like when people are taken advantage of. I don't like when people take advantage of elderly people. I don't like when people take advantage of people that are easily taken advantage of.
Yeah.
I don't like the fuck yous and the you're a faggot and this and that. And, you know, I don't like that shit. You know, I think I was just at a point personally, and it just happened to coincide that way, that I was feeling very apathetic towards everyone and everything. It wasn't just Rebel and his goings on. So I think in that way, you know, a lot of people could perceive that we were turning a blind eye to it and thereby complicit with it. And I get that too. And it just wasn't necessarily the case. At all. But at the same time, I don't disagree with people that had the opinion that, well, you know, we tried to warn you and you wouldn't listen and this and that. And it's like, well,
They
I mean,
had every right to say that.
they had every right to say that. And I think that had they been in the same situation, which obviously they had been, they were speaking from experience, they would have probably handled it, maybe not in the exact same way, but in a similar fashion. And I think because of that, they were very understanding. They weren't throwing us under the bus or beheading us at every turn. You know, I can be called an idiot when I'm being an idiot. That's fine. You know, I don't have a problem with that, you know.
I did not understand so much of the backstory with people that came in, and there were some things that I tried to educate myself on, but it takes a while to do that. It really does. I should have observed a lot longer than I did.
Yeah, for sure. For sure. And like I said, he complains and says, oh, well, he came from Andrew's channel. But I guarantee you, everybody that goes to Andrew's channel.
But he was threatened by you from jump.
Yeah. But my point is that I had been listening to Andrew just a few times for about a year.
Yeah.
Like literally just a handful of times. I didn't know what Andrew's channel was about. I didn't even know that there was anything beyond the Drama Dome with Andrew. I had never even chatted in his chat, you know, and he's like, oh, he came from Andrew's channel. He admitted it, blah, blah, blah. He had been doing this all along. No, dude, that wasn't the case at all. I was just curious about this Rebel character that a few people went on about here and there. Yeah. And I didn't think that the Rebel that I was finding on YouTube, because it sounded to me like if he behaved the way that people were saying that he was behaving, that this dude ain't got a channel. He's one of those people that loses channel after channel after channel after channel.
Yeah.
Like I said, I don't like sitting through intros that have 15, 20 minutes of shitty rap music and then silence, you know? So it took me a while to actually realize that the Rebel that I was finding on YouTube was the actual Rebel, you know? And then when I finally did actually be able to tune in when he did a live, he was complaining about his breaks, and he sounded like to me, and I said this to Voodoo, if I were his next door neighbor, I would go over there and help him with his brakes.
Right.
And that shit went downhill from now. There's no fucking way. No, if I were his neighbor now, I would walk out there, look at his car, and I would point and laugh at it and make sure that he heard me and saw me pointing and laughing at it. That's what I would do. I'm that petty. I'm a dick. I'll admit it. I'm fine with it. You know? But, you know, maybe Andrew's got more noble reasons for, you know, doing what he does. But I've said this, and, you know, and I mean it. He disrespected Voodoo Queen. And all the people in the chat will say it over and over, how disrespectful he is to women and all of that. And I agree with them 100%. but there's only a few of my friends that are women on here, and my woman, which is Voodoo Queen,
And I used to be Star Odessa.
that is also used to be Star Odessa. That I'm not only obligated to stand up for, but that I'm compelled to stand up for. And yeah, so you disrespect her, motherfucker. In her words, you get what you get, bitch.
But I do not care. I did not like him using my pictures, but I do not care. Stay out of my personal life, and I don't give a shit what you say. Yeah, I got a flat face. I'm Native American, motherfucker.
Her face is not that flat. Lady Witch said she'd help him with his brakes too. Yeah. Watch out now. That's a threat. Oh boy, you better turn that into his public defender that he needs money for some odd reason.
If he is truly that paranoid and it is not part of the grift, the only thing I can say to him is antipsychotics. You need antipsychotics.
They probably gave him some meds the last time he was sectioned, and I think he's too impatient to stay on them long enough to actually feel that they can make you feel better than the drugs that you were taking ever did. And people seem to be divided on the whole weed thing. Well, if he doesn't have weed, he's already shown that he will turn to alcohol, just to kill the pain and take the edge off. So he's already in a disadvantage on that regard. The weed is irrelevant. It's completely irrelevant in my mind. He's already willing to probably take some nips off his mom's booze or spend their money to go get beer for himself. He's already fucked. Yeah. He's already fucked. So that's just a shit show that will probably be one of. If you think it's ugly now, let him start drinking.
Oh God!
It'll get really bad. Did you see what Lady Witch said?
Yes, I'm telling her thank you.
Oh, okay. Maddie said he is always grifting. He learned from people donating over the years. Yeah, I agree with that, Maddie. Remember, he was so blessed he got out of the mental ward. Yeah, Maddie, and had he actually stuck with a regimen of medication for at least 30 to 60 days, we might not be having this conversation right now.
I have gone back and forth in my head several times because I obviously don't ever want to repeat this, mistake again. And it's easier with me to catch a grift from a person, in my personal life. I can usually spot them. But with him, I'm not sure. Is he actually mentally ill, or is it just this infantile entitlement? Well, it's very much like a 5-year-old or even a 2-year-old.
Yeah, I mean, even a 10-year-old. Not all of them, obviously, but I think we've all encountered in life children from a very large window of age range that he reminds us of. Yeah. If not at times ourselves when we were kids, yeah. if we're honest about it, right?
Yeah. Well, it's that hyper focus on him. Uh-huh. He throws in his mom, but I do not believe that.
No, he hates his mother. He doesn't give a fuck about her. He doesn't give a fuck about her. Maddie said it's an act, and I believe it's an act too. But I don't think that. I think that's where the divide comes from between people is that there's this disconnect between whether or not a mental illness can exist to cause such behavior, or whether the mental illness is ancillary, yeah. where or tertiary, yeah. where it's the mental illness secondarily, I guess, causing him to act this way.
Yeah, look at what Dave and Maddie said.
But the whole thing, from my perspective, is as a person who does take some of these medications, is that he's got no excuse because I work.
Right.
I've even worked with a debilitating disease for decades.
You know that I have worked with women in the past that had much worse circumstances than he has.
Yeah.
That ended up getting their life together, and they always worked.
Yeah.
You know, and they took care of children. So
I don't buy that he's so incapacitated that he can't go out and get a fucking job. Okay, Dave. Dave said Connie has been used to being coddled. He doesn't get that here. He doesn't know how to deal with it. Yes, I agree with that 150%, Dave. Yeah. Maddie says he is in it. He is in for a rude awakening with the court. He is being charged for disrupting a court proceeding. Plus, Andrew is the state's witness. Massachusetts is not going to play. I hope you're right.
Oh, wow. Okay, that's interesting.
Maddie also said Jessica S. has offered advice on how to get help. Yes, she has. Yes, she has. And many other people have offered him advice on how to get help. He's talked to us offline about it. Yeah. And he's given us nothing but excuses. And guys, is my mic gain too high? Because it seems, let me knock it down just a hair. I might be too loud.
I do absolutely respect that each and every individual on this earth can do whatever they want with their life.
Yeah.
I do have a huge problem with lying. Well,
and if you listen to like the little telltale signs that he peppers throughout his vernacular day in and day out, right? Yeah. Ask for help. I need help. Help. Right. Help. I mean, even a motherfucker drowning in the ocean eventually ends up stopping, asking and screaming for help, whether he gets it or not. And that's the grift, right?
The only help he truly wants is
to sit on his ass and be online and get paid to do it. Yeah. That's what he wants. Like I said, I've said it before. This deep-seated resentment and hatred that he has when he's told to get off the internet, that stems from either Mary or Ellen getting in a physical altercation with him. Well, but there's this one memory in his mind.
No, we can't know that.
We can't know that, but I can surmise it all day long from my own experience, right? Which I'm totally allowed to do. That they told him, one of them or both of them took away or told him that they were going to take away something that was so desperately needed by him, comfort-wise, whatever it was. His only connection, yeah. His security blanket, as sad as it is. Yeah. And he's never fucking forgotten it. And he holds on to it to his own detriment. Yeah. That's what an addict does.
But I think part of the addiction, if it's not just to some type of substance, it's the whole thrill of the drama.
Well, yeah. I mean, it's got its ups and its downs, right? It can provide, those serotonin levels that, people quell in other ways. You can get an adrenaline rush from it. You can have an extreme low depression feeling from it. And just like medications or illicit drugs.
Look what Jessica S. says. Rebel and I had a somewhat similar upbringing. Difference is I grew up at a very young age and took control of my life. He didn't. He is still trapped.
Yeah.
Jessica, that's my story too. I grew up in poverty without a lot. And I knew that the only thing that was going to change my life was to get an education. And that is what I did. I worked full time and took full-time goddamn classes. So by the time I was his age, I was already in my profession, and I had that thirst to have better than what I had. I wanted some type of security, and I have always owned my own home, and I have always taken care of myself.
Yeah.
Oh, that's a very good. I do see you, Lady Witch. What is he gonna do when Ellen's gone? I think, quite honestly, that he's gonna find himself homeless again.
Well, but for real this time. I mean, I'm sorry, but living in a car for 6 months, I mean, yeah, that's homeless. But it ain't homeless. You know, I've thought about talking to some of the homeless guys that I encounter when I leave work every day, and see if they'd be cool with, you know, just talking,
Doing an interview.
and doing an interview on camera. You know, not necessarily to rub it in his face, but I'm sure that you can find that shit all over YouTube. But, you know, some of these people that I've talked to, you know, just at the intersection, roll the window down, I'll talk to the ones that aren't being aggressive dickheads, you know, and some of the things that they have to say are pretty fucking telling, you know, and some of the shit that I hear him say right before I leave my work and I go to that fucking intersection, I can't help but think, man, I ought to fucking see if this dude will talk to me on camera.
Some of the number one reasons for homelessness stems from mental illness or some type of addiction. And then there are the people that, you know, they always lived paycheck to paycheck, and you miss that one paycheck, you get laid off.
Yeah.
And, you know, you have a family and it's devastation. And I don't wish that for anybody.
No.
I really don't. But one of the ladies in here said it earlier, or somebody said it, I apologize, I can't remember who, that he does not appreciate what he does have.
Right. That's right.
And there, in my family, there's something that we call the age of accountability. And when you reach that age, you do for yourself and you start making decisions for your life. And what you become is your control.
Yeah. Somebody driving down the road is completely out of control. Jesus. Let's see. Some want to be. He won't be prepared for that. No, he's absolutely not prepared for that. You know, Jessica. I mean, if it were to happen tomorrow, God forbid, but you know, he is 100% not prepared for that. And I would like to think that he wouldn't go live the next day and blame all of us, but I can't help but think that he would.
I have no control over any other human being's life. My actions can affect you, but your choice to react or respond is your choice.
Mm-hmm. Yeah. Agree with that 100%. Well, how many minutes have we got? We still got 28 minutes.
Well, no, because he's in, it shows up in your time zone, doesn't it?
Yeah.
No.
Yeah. Our time zone.
You think he's stewing right now?
And
he's pissed off because we're talking about him?
I don't know.
You talked about me, you little fucking Polly Pocket.
I don't know what he's doing. Maybe I should remotely turn on. I can't remotely turn on the S8 and spy on him because I'm afraid OBS is going to out my my CanLight Bluetooth program.
Yeah, that's okay. I got AI in there.
Oh, right. I forgot about the laptop.
Yeah. The one that was in the fucking shrink wrap.
Well, I already let the cat out of the bag on that one. I told him that we paid 3 different people in the chain of custody of that Amazon deal to make it look like nobody had ever opened that and installed the spyware and all of that stuff.
Like, I don't have something better to do. I got goddamn floors to lay. I've got popcorn ceiling to remove. I've got drapes to make. I don't have time for his bullshit.
Oh. Chester Hunter in Rebels Chat says Bridgewater State Hospital is a medium security facility housing male patients in 2 categories: civil commitments without criminal sentences, and on occasion pretrial detainees from, I'm assuming that's court. Yes. Pretrial detainees sent for competency and criminal responsibility evaluations by the court.
I do agree with you, Dave.
Yeah, he loves the attention.
And normally, I do not really talk about him. I might make a snide comment here and there, but usually he doesn't get this much of my time.
Yeah. And I didn't really start this live stream to be about Rebel. I started it to be about Abe and his stupid community post. But shit happens.
I think the main draw with live streaming and having the chat is there are a lot of us that are just normal, everyday people. And I don't want to speak for them, but I can say, excuse me, for myself, I know I'm sick of the snowflakes. I don't like where our society is going. And so it seems to be a kind of us versus them. And I'm most of the time astounded by the behavior that I see.
Oh.
And I don't really, I don't participate in this community anymore. I'm more in our friends, and I think I do just kind of sit back and eat popcorn most of the time. That's a lot of the attraction.
Yeah. Yeah. I mean, as much as I hate to say it, Rebel, and I really don't hate to say it, it's just the absolute truth for me. I love watching the train wreck.
Oh God, does he?
I mean,
y'all would not believe some of the shit I got to listen to because of him.
I do. I love watching the train wreck. In movies, I like a good villain. In TV shows, like I was so happy when Negan came along in The Walking Dead. I was like, fucking finally. It's about time. Now I can finally get into this show. Of course, it didn't last long. Not long enough.
That show. It seemed pretty stupid to me.
It was stupid until Negan came along and started bashing everybody's skulls in with Lucille, and then it was like, yes. But if Rebel was like a good villain, it would be better, but he's not. He could be, but watching him flail
yeah.
Impotently is just as entertaining.
Sometimes. I don't like all the negativity. I don't want that shit in my life.
Can you show that comment? I can't.
I'm trying to, but sometimes it takes a couple of seconds. If 2 of us hit it at the same time.
Well, it says, Dave said, Connie is the village idiot. Yes, he is. Yes, he is. And I think a lot of people in the community, I think they deserve a lot of props because, people, it seems to me that people, and I'm not talking about the pages and the STLs and the Shelleys. I'm talking about some of the other people that, are like, okay, he said what he said and he did what he did, and I'm just trying to get along, or whatever. I mean, some of that to me is to be commended, and some of the people, they don't do it to the point of enabling him.
Yeah.
But man, he just takes it no matter what it is and just grinds them into the fucking ground. And I just don't know where he gets this notion and this idea, like you said, about the negativity. He sits and complains about the negativity all day long, but he's the most negative motherfucker there is.
Yeah.
Which is amazing to me.
And wouldn't you say that most people are watching because they want to see what is going to spew out of his mouth today?
Well, for me personally, it's more about the interaction between him and Ellen when Ellen comes bursting in, and then the lies that, like, he'll be in the middle of a lie or something, and then Ellen will come bursting in, and then he'll go silent for 30. This is like the most recent example I can remember. He'll go, because, right before all that happened, he had that real growl in his voice. He was really harnessing and holding on to that anger. He really hates everybody. Ellen comes bursting in like the berserker that she is from Gears of War. He quickly mutes it and then leaves whoever on panel for 30, 35, 40 minutes, and it's complete fucking silence. The other person leaves, and then he comes back on, and he's all meek and quiet, and, his aggression isn't gone, but it's like the erection has gone down,
Oh,
it
God.
just shrivels, and it's just gone for now, but it's
Stop.
still, he didn't get to get his, so it's still lurking in there, but he can't he can't get up and walk around,
No, I don't want to.
Anyway, sorry guys. Yeah, there you go, Dave. Yeah, I've met a lot of great people because of Connie. That's exactly right. That's exactly right. A lot of cool people. And a lot of people that even call themselves pieces of shit and get called pieces of shit by other people, it turns out aren't near as big as pieces of shit as they make themselves out to be, or other people make them out to be too.
See, Robert said the same thing I did. Ugh.
Yeah, sorry, Robert. Yeah, try to forget I said all of that. But anyways, yeah, that's why I watch, because I know deep down inside that kind of anger and that kind of hatred and that kind of maliciousness and resentment that he's got over words on the internet is not fake. It's very real.
Yeah.
And I'm glad that he's fucking feeling it, frankly. And that's why I watch, But I watch it over at Cheese's, I don't watch it over on his.
Yeah.
Well, I do go to give him a thumbs down, but, and to send him laughing emojis and 100s and the party emoji, which is Morse code from me that says, "Get a job, you e-begging, grifting loser. We are laughing in your face every time you see this."
But do you not still have some pity for him?
Some pity. I think on an altruistic plane, I do. I don't know that it's pity. Well, yeah, it is pity. Because like Jessica said, or Dave, or whoever said it earlier about, what's he gonna, Maddie said it, Jessica said it, and Dave, I think all three of them said it, alluded to it at least, about what's he going to do when Ellen dies,
Yeah.
It hit me pretty hard the other day when he was talking about, he's got to take care of his mom, blah, 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 all this shit. And for some reason, I wasn't even, it was before I tuned into Richards. I was at work and I was thinking about something else, but I was thinking about, when I was taking care of my grandparents.
Mm-hmm.
And when I tuned over to Richards to see what was going on and listen, he was talking about taking care of his mother and everything. And I said in the chat, I said, he don't know, and I can't quote it verbatim what I said, but it was basically like, he doesn't have any idea what taking care of somebody really means. Just imagine, what's going to happen the first time she shits herself and he has to actually clean it up for her.
Right.
He can't even comprehend anything like that. And so, if it ever comes down to him actually having to take care of his mother, I do pity him because he has no concept of what that actually means. my mother is a vegetable. She only has use of her right hand, and she's been that way since 2008 due to a series of strokes. As big of a piece of shit as my mother has been throughout her life, you know what she's never done? She's never begged for money on the internet. She's never begged. In fact, my mother would rather have stolen from my grandparents than ask me for money.
Yeah.
I mean, that actually happened.
I know.
But I would still actually take care of my mother if I had to. Thank God I have a stepfather who does it for me right now. Right? And I don't have, because I've already lived that.
Yeah.
You know, I already did that with 3 out of my 4 grandparents.
But I think for me, I think about.
So I do have
Yeah.
pity for him in that manner.
I pity him in the sense that this is the life he has chosen for himself.
Well, we hear it all the time, right? You don't know what you don't know. But then again, if you're not willing to know anything other than what you know, it's kind of hard to feel sorry for a motherfucker like that.
Yeah.
You know? Especially if when you do feel sorry for him and you try to help him, even without expecting anything in return, I think on the most basic human level,
Yep.
the last thing you expect is to be called a piece of shit.
Yeah.
So,
Well, and
I mean,
you know my stance. If when I gave him money, I never asked where it was going.
neither did I.
Because once it leaves my hands,
Yep, that's it. We never asked him for a thank you.
Nope.
We never asked him for an acknowledgement. In fact, I asked him multiple times to please not mention that I gave him money. And he did it any fucking ways.
Yeah.
And then, after he got pissed off, then what did he do? He turned around and every live stream he was saying, "Bitch, clown, he tell me, you better say I fucking gave you, he gave me money in chat." And I was like, "Oh, blah, blah, blah." Yeah, whatever, man. But I didn't expect anything in return. Never asked him for it.
No. But he came at you many different times in different ways that I saw that I did not like. And the last time we had a falling out before, just basically the end there, I was like, this is bullshit. I'm tired. I'll give this kid one more shot.
Yeah. Robert, I appreciate that. Thanks, man. She's not a bad woman. She was just doing the best with what she had to work with, and that's just the way life is.
Well, we all have faults, and everybody's got, something in their life that they look back and they wish they had done differently. But it goes back again to what I believe in the age of accountability, when you need to make decisions for yourself.
Yeah. Yep. And, he's 34 years old, and the decisions he makes are to try to force people to pay for him to sit on the internet and smoke weed all day. And he does it in a hateful, malicious manner. So, again, the comparison to Charlie. Charlie's got 4 million subscribers. He's got 14,000 people in his chat. He's got plenty of members, plenty of money. He's got Patreon. He's got this. He's got that. His family wants for naught, nothing at all. He's a good-natured guy. And then there's the polar opposite, which is Rebel.
Yeah.
And, just like you said, Rebel, you get what you get, man. That's all there is to it. All the rest of it is just bullshit excuses. And, that kind of goes for Abe, too. You get what you get, dude. You went into Richard Cheese's channel. You talked for however long you did it. You talked whatever shit you talked. And then you got blocked out of there, whether it was by a mod or whether it was Richard Cheese. I don't know. I don't really fucking care. But to call everybody a sissy wimp because you got called a fake cop on YouTube, well, I mean, you may already be there, but to me, you're basically teetering on LOL cow status. And
Well, have
All I can say is you get what you get, man.
enough
That's it.
balls to not care what others think. Have your own self-worth and self-value.
Yeah.
I do think it's pathetic when people need validation from people they don't know.
Oh, and one more person I want to address. Diablo's Vegans, or whatever the fuck your name is, numbnuts. Since you blocked me out of your chat and you wouldn't allow me to retort or defend myself, yeah, I think you hiding behind Connie's mom's skirt that he was probably wearing that night in regards to Glenn, I think that was chicken shit, bitch ass behavior. You know, at least you manned up after I called your ass out and said you just flat don't like Glenn. But I think the shit that you said about Glenn, I think that's a bunch of bullshit too. I ain't never seen Glenn be the way that you said he's been. And he certainly, like I said in your chat before you blocked me, didn't deserve that kind of fucking disrespect. You know, you claim Marines and you stand up for this and you stand up for that. And why don't these motherfuckers grow some balls and blah, 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 on and on and on and on. Well, for you to pull a chicken shit bitch ass move like that, like, oh, I can't let Glenn up here because, you know, I don't want to upset Rebel. Fuck Rebel. And fuck you, punk. Let's see. Charlie has sponsors. Yeah, Charlie's got sponsors. Imagine that. He's probably got a fucking billion fucking sponsors. Rebel is the Greek Tyrone Biggums. Hey, nerd. Thanks for coming by the way. I really appreciate it. Yeah. Yeah. What's he got? He's got 10 minutes and 17 seconds left until his live.
You're not going to make me listen to him.
No, it's about our bedtime anyways.
Yeah.
Dave said, that guy is an idiot. How do I turn that bullshit off where it's hiding?
But it's on your YouTube channel. You've got, there's a setting to hold things that could be, I don't know.
Hang on, I'm gonna change it right now. Okay, I turned it off. So somebody call somebody else an idiot in the chat so we can see if it stopped holding messages for review. You can call me an idiot if you want to.
And Green Eyes, if you're still listening, let's talk about the lashes tomorrow. Like, call after you get up. I know your 8:30 is my 5:30 right now.
Wait, 8:30 p.m. is our 5. Wait, what?
Her 8:30 a.m.
is our 5:30 p.m.
Right.
Yeah. So Green Eyes, if you heard that, you might want to just shoot her a message on WhatsApp too. Wait, so her 8:30 a.m. is our 5:30 p.m. So it's Sunday.
So Sunday at 5:30 our time, it will be 8:30 a.m. Monday in Australia.
Gotcha. So right now is like her Sunday afternoon. Mm-hmm. No, Dave, don't stop. I turned that feature off. I was just getting annoyed because it keeps saying show or hide the comment, and it's like he's not saying anything bad. And so, but I turned it off. So hopefully, well, it just let Chester Hunter call Nemesis a moron. So
there we go.
Hopefully it is. Hopefully that feature is disabled.
Yeah, it is.
Okay, cool. Well, you can say whatever you want because you're a mod. No, we're Central Standard Time, Lady Witch. Central Standard. We are just to the left of, or just to the right of center. No, just to the left. I don't know. Yeah, we're Central Standard Time.
To the left.
Yeah, to the left of Eastern. I don't know. Anywho. Yeah, Dave, he might have a lot to say. Who knows? Or he'll just sit there in silence and cry. One or the other. He'll probably replay this stream.
No,
Yeah.
whatever. Just, I mean, seriously, whatever.
I don't mind him. Oh, there he goes. He started. Ah! Horrible rap music. Oh my god. Oh, jeez.
I like rap music.
I know. Lots of people like rap music. I'm not hating. Let me see. Okay, what did she say? I was going to ask about the time for Oz. LOL. Yeah, we're about to get off here. Rebels going live. I don't want to violate the cock. I don't really give a fuck, but I'm kind of ready for bed. And I really appreciate y'all coming by, man. I'm sorry I fucked it up in the beginning. I will try to do better. Like Lady Witch said earlier, practice makes perfect. And I really appreciate all y'all coming by and having a chat with us and keeping us company. And yeah, it was, maybe not that interesting of a conversation for everybody. Hey, Brian. Dave said he must have put Ellen to bed early. Yeah, he must have. He must have. Maybe he gave her phone back and it was stuck on our live stream on his profile, and she heard everything that we said. And if that's the case, Ellen, quit fucking with Rebel's head about that 15,000. Okay? You know he's going away, and we're trying to make him aware that he's going to have to be thinking about his life choices when he gets out, and that you are not going to be there. Okay? Quit fucking with him. You are not doing him any favors. Brian. So, I was going to try to do it today before I go. I was going to try to do it today, but I didn't make it up to the shop. But I do have to go in on Monday for a few hours because I have a doctor's appointment I got to go to on Tuesday morning. So I'm going to make up some of my hours during the holiday. So I'm going to do some work that I have to do. And then I'm going to try to make a kind of a replica of what I envisioned that you sent me the email about and see if I've got it right. As far as like, what it is that you have and what it is that you're trying to do. It won't be anything fancy. It's just the basic shapes. And I have looked into some costs of getting maybe some stuff to you. I need a few more details, but I don't want that stuff out on the channel or on the net or whatever. We can handle all that through email. So I would like to help you. But yeah, so just be on the lookout maybe Monday or the next few days at least, because since it's a short week for me, I do have a busy week coming up. But I appreciate you coming by, man. And yeah, thanks all of you for being here. Jessica, Dave, Brian, Lady Witch, of course, Honey, Voodoo. Thank you for not being too mad at me. I love you very much. Six Banga, who else was in here? Randy, Green Eyes, Robert Redmond, and Courtesy Flush. Thank you for doing your part. Ace, thank you for coming by. Tuscany, thank you for coming by. And Glenn, appreciate it. And yeah. I'll see you guys around the tubes. Y'all have a great night. All right. I appreciate that, Brian. Love you guys. Take care.